All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we are unpacking a seriously mind-blowing discovery out of the Smithsonian Tropical Research Institute in Panama. And honestly, this is one of those findings that completely flips over a century of assumptions about natural camouflage right on its head. So I want you to picture the Arata festea katydid, also known as a bush cricket. Found down in regions like Panama and Colombia, this little insect presents us with a massive contradiction. Just imagine you're walking through the dense, incredibly dark greens of a tropical rainforest, and suddenly, out of nowhere, you spot this neon hot pink bug. It's wild, right? Which brings us to this central evolutionary paradox. Why on earth wear pink in a green jungle? I mean, standing out so vibrantly in an ecosystem that is literally teeming with hungry predators, that just seems like an immediate evolutionary death sentence. Dr. Matt Greenwell over at the University of Reading, he's a co-author of this study, he summed up this paradox absolutely perfectly. He said, "You would think that a bright pink insect in a mostly green forest would stand out to predators like a worker in a high-vis jacket. And that high-vis jacket comparison, it's spot on. Looking like a glowing traffic cone in the middle of a complex tropical forest really should be a quick ticket to becoming someone else's lunch." Well, to figure out what was actually going on, scientists at the Barrow, Colorado Island field station captured an adult female they happened to spot under a light. Knowing just how rare this find was, they put her in natural captive conditions for a really dedicated 30-day observational study. They literally photographed her every single day to see what, if anything, was going to happen to that crazy high-vis pink coat. And you guys, that daily photography revealed a breathtaking 11-day timeline. The progression is just incredible. On day 1, she's rocking that glowing hot pink, but by day 4, that vivid pink actively fades down into this much softer pastel shade. And by day 11, boom, a total complete transformation into a typical leafy green bush cricket. The whole shebang changed in just over a week and a half. Now this is absolutely crucial. This represents a monumental shift in how we understand these bugs. See, pink katydids have been documented since way back in 1878, but for over a century, scientists pretty much just assumed they were rare, disadvantageous genetic mutations, just really unlucky bugs. Yet, during this 30-day study, our katydid successfully completed a full color transition and even lived to mate naturally. Published in the journal Ecology, this officially cements it as a first-of-its-kind discovery. We had literally never documented a full color transition within a single life stage before. Okay, so you're probably wondering what triggers this incredible 11-day transformation. Well, to uncover the why behind this changing wardrobe, we actually have to zoom out from the insect world entirely and take a look at the plants they live on. The secret mechanism at play here is called delayed greening. It's this absolutely fascinating botanical process found in a lot of tropical plants where the newly emerged baby leaves aren't green at all. They actually pop out in bright shades of pink or red. Then, as those leaves mature over a couple of weeks, they gradually turn green. And here is the kicker. The katydid is actively synchronizing itself with this exact process. It starts out hot pink to hide perfectly on the young pink leaves. Then, as the leaf slowly matures and turns green, the insect transitions its own body color right alongside it, so it stays hidden the entire time. Now, if you're sitting there wondering, is this really a reliable survival strategy? Consider this completely wild statistic. 1/3. On Barrow, Colorado Island, where this insect was studied, about 1/3 of all the plant species display this delayed greening pattern all year round. That is a massive chunk of the forest. It highlights that pink foliage isn't just some fleeting rare occurrence. It provides a huge, consistent backdrop across the rainforest, meaning this highly specific camouflage works perfectly no matter the season. So think about the paradigm shift caused by just this single 30-day study. Historically, we assumed a pink katydid was just a freak genetic mistake, a disadvantageous mutation. But the modern discovery shows it's actually a finely tuned survival strategy directly tracking the life cycle of the rainforest leaves. The scientific community is completely recontextualizing this bug from a bizarre error to an absolute masterpiece of dynamic adaptation. This whole discovery just beautifully illustrates the sheer complexity of these ecosystems. As the source study points out, the idea that an insect might gradually shift color to keep pace with the leaves it mimics shows how dynamic the rainforest can be, and is a remarkable example of camouflage in action. Honestly, this single insect proves it's not just about looking like a leaf, it's about actively acting like a leaf over time. Which leaves us with one final Pretty provocative thought. If a katydid can perfectly time release its colors over exactly 11 days just to match a maturing leaf, what other evolutionary masterpieces are hiding right in plain sight? Something to think about next time you step outside. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.